Pass Around the Smile is like your go-to friend, the one that lifts you up and backs you till the end. She's there to guide and inspire, challenge and teach, and remind you that your best self isn't out of reach. Self-development, manifestation, self-love and more, it's time to trust the process more than ever before. Welcome to Pass Around the Smile, the podcast. I'm your host, Cleo Massey, and I am so glad you're here. Let the magic begin. Hello and welcome back to the Pass Around the Smile podcast. This is the last episode of the year. Can you believe it? Because I can't. I started this podcast only this year in February 2023, and it seems to me, well, it feels like it has been going forever and it's been a part of my life forever. And I'm just so thankful to have built this community and to have you all listening and coming along this journey with me. And I just appreciate the support over the year so much. I don't want to go on too much because that's probably going to bore you, but I really do want you to know how very deeply grateful I am for your support over my podcast. My support for the podcast this year since I've begun, and I will continue to do my very best to bring you episodes that guide and inspire you throughout 2024 and beyond, I'm sure. After this episode, I will be taking a couple of weeks off just to enjoy the festive season, but I will be back in January at some time. I'm not giving myself a date because just leaning into that whole, there's no need to put pressure on ourselves kind of vibe, and having your own business over Christmas time can be quite stressful because you don't get like a set time off. I'll be packing orders and working through kind of Christmas and New Year-ish with a lot of time off as well. I won't be working all the time, but there is a lot of stuff I will still have to be doing. One of which is my Manifest Magic course, which I'm just so excited about. And I do feel so lucky that the work that I do is work that I am genuinely so excited and so passionate about. So it really doesn't feel like work, to be honest. But yeah, just a reminder that if you haven't already, definitely check out my Manifest Magic course. It's a 5-day online course starting on the 1st of January, going to the 5th of January. You can do it anywhere in the world. It's online, 2 live sessions with me throughout the 5 days, plus loads of interactive exercises, journaling prompts, journaling exercises, meditations. I've actually just finished recording a brand new meditation for this course, and so excited to see so many of you already signing up as well. It's just going to be such a magical way to start the year, really inspired and clear, and I'm excited. I did want to say over the holiday period is such a nice time, depending on where you are. I kind of imagine myself, lying by the pool, wanting to listen to a podcast, get inspired for the year ahead or for my goals, or letting go of what I want to leave in 2023. But maybe you're overseas, so maybe you will be relaxing by the fire with snow falling outside of your window and you are craving that guidance. You want to listen to something good and positive. So if you are all up to date with my episodes, I do want to encourage you to go back and re-listen to some, because I, of course, am the creator of this podcast, and I plan these episodes, I record these episodes, I edit these episodes, and then I proof listen to these episodes. The other night I was cooking dinner and I was like, I'm just going to go back and listen to my Listen to Your Heart podcast, and I forgot everything that I said. And I was like listening to my own advice, being like, did I say that? When did I do this? So if I forget what I said, you guys will definitely forget what I said. So I just want to encourage you to, if you think, oh no, I'm all up to date with the Pass Around the Smile podcast and she's going to have a couple of weeks off, go back and re-listen. I'm really proud of the content that I came up with this year, and it really does soak in different ways at different times in your life, depending on what you need and want to hear. So really encourage you to go back and listen. Let's get into this exciting episode, which I really hope will bring you lots of hope, guidance, and excited energy for 2024, kind of alongside my last episode as well, which of course was the New Year spread episode. This time of year is just so magical, and I love just taking advantage of it in as many ways as possible to reap the good, exciting, and refreshing energy up that is around us. So please do this with me. So last year I had this idea to create affirmations for the horoscopes leading into 2023. And I kind of did this off a whim. I literally did it on New Year's Eve. I had the idea that morning. I pumped them out in a couple of hours. I popped them up on Instagram, not knowing, how they would go or if anyone would like them. And they went absolutely off. You guys absolutely loved them. I don't think I've ever had so many shares on Instagram posts, like people tagging their friends and sharing to family and putting them on their stories. So it made me so happy. And I, of course, am doing this again. And this time I actually had the time and energy to put more time and energy into creating these affirmations that are based on your horoscopes, which are written by Moon Omens. So Moon Omens is a horoscope, astrology, star sign website, I guess, and they create these incredibly accurate horoscope readings, I guess, and every year they do one for your star sign in the next year. So what I do is I go and read their in-depth kind of rundown of what is coming up for your star sign in 2024, and then based on that, I write an affirmation. I think that these affirmations are really good to kind of summarize and remind you throughout the year of where you are headed and what you may want or what you may need. These affirmations are a little longer than last year's just because I got really excited, but I really want to encourage you to learn the affirmation off by heart and let it sink into your subconscious mind. Journal it out, write it on your phone, set it as your background, whatever feels right, do it. I am personally going to learn mine off by heart and kind of just, when I'm on a walk or when I'm driving, just repeat it to myself, because the more that we repeat it to ourselves, of course, the more it is going to sink into our subconscious mind. I wanted to let you know as well, I have written timestamps in the show notes. So if you scroll down, you will see the time that I talk about your star sign so that you don't have to listen to all 12 of them if you don't want to. You might want to listen to yours or your mum's or your friends or whatever. And, please share the word and send it on to them as well. And I hope these resonate as much as they did last year. And I just hope they have you feeling really good and excited. And on top of the affirmations that I have written, this year, I have also pulled a card. I did this a few days ago when I just woke up in the morning and I was feeling so good. And you guys know, since falling pregnant, I haven't felt that good spiritual wise. But this particular morning, I woke up and I felt really connected and in tune and in alignment and quite connected to my spiritual self, my higher powers. And I was like, this is the perfect time to draw a card for the collective star signs for 2024. So not only will you now hear your affirmation for 2024 based on your star sign, but you will also hear the card that I pulled for you alongside it. And I'm just trusting that this is what you are going to need to hear. Make sure you note these down, like save the affirmation and save the card that I've pulled, so you can look back and see how it's kind of all aligned for you. I really like it because I looked at them after and I was like, oh, this is going to be exciting to see if the affirmations match the cards that I pulled. And some matched like, wow, so well. And you'll see some kind of did in this weird way where it was like almost adding to the affirmation. Anyway, you will see. Let's just get straight into this exciting episode. I just love guidance and like, oh my God. Okay, let's go. Aries, you are up first. Aries always comes up first on the horoscope calendar or whatever you like to call it. But here is your affirmation for 2024. I am coming back home to myself. As I honor my true values and qualities, I am naturally moving away from anything which makes me feel unworthy. I am beginning to trust that I am enough, and it feels refreshing. I am embracing incredible changes which make me feel safe and secure. I love it. And then let's check out your card. The card that you got was the Believe card. And I love how this works in with the affirmation. So the card says that I believe that I am worthy and deserving of all the good that is coming my way. Thank you for waves of prosperity. I am ready. So let's talk about Aries. So how this links, how I see this linking, is all about feeling worthy and feeling enough just the way that you are, believing that by you being you, it's enough. It's enough within your family, your friendships. It's enough within your relationships. It's enough at work. It's enough in general life. When those limiting beliefs and those fears are coming over you, this is like a reminder saying that it is time to come back home to yourself, to that inner child within you that had that wonder and imagination. Can we tap back into that? And it's time to move away from anything that is making you feel otherwise, anything that's making you feel low, dragging you down, unworthy. It's time to step away from that in 2024, because not only is that making you feel really yucky in the moment, it's really affecting what it is that you want. It's really affecting how you can move forward, because how are you supposed to move forward? How are you supposed to manifest your dreams when you are allowing yourself to be held back by feelings of unworthiness? And I feel like from Moon Omen's kind of predictions that this unworthiness is kind of coming from other people's projections, whether it's people that you know or society, but it's time to come home to yourself and honor your true values and qualities. And I think the exciting thing about this affirmation is it kind of gives you direction. It's basically saying if you honor your true values and qualities, that's when everything is going to flow. That's when you are going to move away from the yucky stuff that you have been feeling. And that's when you are going to begin to trust that you are enough. And this refreshing feeling will come over you. The incredible changes will come in, and it's all around safety and security. So feeling safe and secure is, such a beautiful thing to feel. And then the believe card is just affirming that you deserve all of the good things that are coming to you. There are waves of prosperity coming, but you have to feel worthy to allow them to come in. So that's Aries. How beautiful. Okay, so next up we have Taurus. So Taurus, here is your affirmation. I am ready to live the life I have always dreamed of. As a result of trusting in my own capabilities, I am experiencing positive changes that last. I am transforming my life's rhythm, and the universe is responding in magical ways. I am ready to unapologetically focus on me. I kind of have shivers with that one, and I love the card that we pulled with it. So the card that we pulled with it is actually the heart chakra card. Your heart chakra needs some love, attention, and healing. And this kind of comes into it because there are changes coming for you. Obviously, there are positive changes coming, but the difference is you might have experienced positive changes in 2023, but the changes that are coming to you in 2024 are long-lasting changes. They're changes that are going to stick, and they're changes that are going to create a change in you. However, this is all a result of you trusting in your own capabilities. So this kind of to me sounds like it's a little bit about like work and career, and you guys can go into Moon Omens as well, because they go into more specific, like if you're focusing on like family or career or money, they go into the specific, but I'm kind of summarizing what they've said. But yeah, with this Taurus's affirmation, it's kind of like your karmic pattern and rhythm is about to change for the good, and the universe will be responding and working with you as you make these changes. And it is time to unapologetically focus on you, not worrying too much about what others are doing, where others are going, why you aren't where they are, or kind of like the comparison, I guess, element. But it's time to live the life that you've always dreamed of. For me, when I was reading the Taurus Moon Omens prediction, I was getting that you have been living a great life, but it's kind of hasn't always been completely on your terms. So kind of getting into this, like stepping into this power and living it on your terms is going to have a very positive flow-on effect, and the flow-on effect, like I said before, will actually last and make positive changes that will stick. And then the heart chakra card, how this kind of links up, I think, is that to do all this, you have to listen to your heart. You have to, to trust in your own capabilities. You have to like tune in and honor yourself and your heart and what you want and what you deserve. So if you are feeling lost at any time in 2024, I would turn to a heart chakra meditation. I would focus on a beautiful, vibrant green light flowing around your heart. You need to come back to you and to what you have always wanted, what you have always dreamed of, because it is available for you, but it's time to like allow it to actually happen. Ooh, yay. I also just want to add in that the heart chakra card is not only a reminder to open your heart up to your own love, self-love and acceptance and tuning into what your heart is saying, but it's also a sign to open up to love from others. So this could be a really exciting card if you are single and looking for a relationship, or just a reminder to open your heart up to even more love than you are experiencing right now in your current relationships or within your family and friendships. Gemini. Your affirmation is, my spiritual journey is transforming me in more ways than I realize. With a change of perception and increased gratitude, I am opening myself up to incredible blessings. I am completely embracing who I am becoming as positive transitions and opportunities flow toward me. This is a very exciting one, and if you are a Gemini, let me know if you are relating to this. Are you on a spiritual journey? Are you on a self-development journey? Because this is a surefire sign that it is working for you and it is transforming you in so many different ways. Like you may just feel, oh, okay, yeah, my spiritual journey is making me feel a little bit more relaxed or a little bit more hopeful, but I don't think you realize actually the power that this journey is having over every single aspect of your life. And I think 2024 will really culminate in this like good energy and good results because of this kind of spiritual journey. Now, it really talks about this change of perception and increased gratitude that you have. So really focusing on your perception of other people, of other situations, and of your dreams. Remembering when you're using the law of attraction that not one dream is bigger than another. That is your perception. So if you perceive one dream to be big and hard to attract, your perception becomes your truth, and that dream will become big and hard to attract. Your perception with people. If you have a perception that this person is going to treat you a certain way, they will get away with treating you a certain way. With communication or situations unfolding, if you have a perception that it is going to be a bad day or an uncomfortable situation, that it will be. So I think if you really focus on changing your perception and on the gratitude of what you have around you, this is when you are really opening yourself up to incredible blessings. The next little part is all about completely embracing who you are becoming, because you are on this journey, you are changing, and change can be uncomfortable, but instead of resisting, embracing who you are becoming as you allow the positive transitions and opportunities to actually flow. And then your card, which I love, it works so well with the last line of your affirmation. So the card you got is Ride the Wave. You can choose which waves to ride, and this is a good one. Allow it to flow. So this journey that you are on, it's a good one. This is like the validation that maybe you have been asking for, where you're doing the right thing. You are being supported. Your dreams are being heard. They're being worked on behind the scenes. It's time to allow everything to flow. And I believe that all you need to do is focus on that change of perception and increased gratitude, and you will allow that flow to flow. Very exciting, Gemini. Okay, Cancer, your affirmation is, I embrace a refreshing and relieving energy as past pressures melt away. Freedom flows to me now, and this energy is effortlessly extending as I honor my life purpose and what I am here to do. I am easing my way into a year of positive growth. Another really exciting one, and what I love about Cancer's affirmation is it's talking about your past pressures and your past problems, your past blocks. They're melting away. They're being left in 2023. So if you have kind of felt a little bit hard done by, if you felt like your work wasn't being recognized or noticed, physically down here on earth, but like also above with the universe, like you weren't feeling heard, or you weren't feeling like things were flowing, you weren't feeling like your manifestations were being realized and worked on, well, this is kind of a refreshing statement for you, and it's a promise of relieving energy that is on its way to you. So I would really open your arms up to accept this new energy that is flowing to you, Cancerians. So it's refreshing and it's relieving, and you deserve this because your past pressures absolutely can melt away. They are not attached to you at all. And the freedom flows to me now. There's really nice words in your affirmation. So listen to these words: refreshing, relieving, freedom, flowing, effortlessly. It's all about like things unfolding and coming and like just easily happening, and it does feel really refreshing and relieving and exciting. And what it says also is that this energy is effortlessly extending. So this energy doesn't just come to you and kind of stop there and that's it. I think 2024 for you is definitely a year of transformation, and you have to, after you kind of accept this energy into your life, you have to trust that it is continuing to extend into all areas in your life and into all kind of the people that are in your life as well. Now, as we move on in the affirmation, it says that you honor your life purpose and what you are here to do. So Cancers, this is all about what you are here to do in your life purpose sense. Now, remembering that your life purpose doesn't always have to be what you do for a job. Your life purpose could be the gardening that you love, or it could be becoming a parent. It could be, finally calming down and going fishing every day. I don't know. But it also, of course, could be your job. You could finally find your life purpose and make money from it, which is an absolute bonus. So I really do feel like this affirmation is based a lot around your life purpose and what you should be doing. So it's time to open up to answers and allow this freedom, because freedom does come with your life purpose. Because if you are living your life purpose, you are experiencing freedom. Because when we are living our life purpose, we are living in alignment and in tune. And when we're in alignment and in tune, we are experiencing freedom. And what I absolutely love to go with your affirmation is the card that I pulled for you is the Be Proud card. You should be so incredibly proud of yourself and what you have achieved. Reward yourself. I think the reward yourself kind of comes from like letting go of 2023's energy and any of the past pressures that you felt in 2023, leaving them there. I feel like the reward is moving into 2024 with this refreshing and relieving energy. And then as a result of that, that is when you are going to get in flow with your life purpose. You are going to reignite this part of you, and it's going to feel bloody good by the sounds of it. So there we go. That's your one. Leo. I have lots of Leos in my life, so I was excited to pull this one. And I actually pulled 2 cards for Leos because they just literally fell out and I couldn't not just pick one. So it was obviously meant to be that we have 2 cards for Leo. But we'll start with the affirmation. So Leo, your affirmation is: as I begin to accept the true meaning of who I am, my inner strength shines and supports me through a year of rebirth. As I become more devoted, disciplined, and committed, I will reap the rewards which were always meant for me. If you look at Moon Omens full on, the whole page that explains all of this, Leo's predictions were quite intense, I must say. My husband Luke's a Leo, and so is my dad. I read it to Luke and he was like, wow, like it was so on point for him, like could not have been more true, but it was quite intense. But what I got from it was that there is a rebirth coming for you, and this is not something to fear. This is something to just accept and not resist, because I think if you resist it, that's when it can become fearful. But a rebirth is a really positive and beautiful thing. Sure, some rebirthing changes might feel uncomfortable, but what is not uncomfortable in this life that's to do with spiritual and self-development? It's all a little bit uncomfortable. And I don't want these words that I'm saying to deter you in any way or to freak you out, because this is honestly a really, really positive affirmation, and the Moon Omens little description as well was really, really positive. As I said, it was just quite intense and specific. So what I am getting is that your inner strength is really going to shine through this year, and you are going to feel really empowered in setting yourself some boundaries that help propel you to kind of move forward through this rebirth in a really, really positive way. And through this rebirth, as I mentioned, you become very devoted, disciplined, and committed, which are 3 incredible traits that sometimes don't just come naturally. But I feel for you in 2024, you are being given these gifts that will be kept forever within your personality, if that makes sense. So really just feeling into a year of possible change, but this change is good and it's exciting, and I don't want you to resist it. And the last little sentence is really exciting. It's, I will reap the rewards which were always meant for me. So I think this year is going to make a lot of sense for you. Like a lot of loose ends feel like they're going to be tied up, but it's because of the work that you have been putting in. And it's because your inner strength this year, this coming year, 2024, will shine. And as a result of that, and everything that you learn, like this year is going to set you up for the rest of your life, I feel. I know that sounds so dramatic, but this is what I got from Moon Omens. Like it's all very big and exciting, and yeah, it's time to reap the rewards which were always meant for you. And it is absolutely so crazy, the cards that I pulled. Okay, so the 2 cards that I pulled were value. You add so much value to your family and friends' lives. Being you is more than enough. So this in itself is just such a beautiful reminder, but it really, really goes in with everything that, you know, Leo is all about in 2024. Devoted, disciplined, and committed to those that you love, but also to yourself, and knowing that you are enough how you are. You're accepting the true meaning of who you are, full stop. Who you were meant to be, full stop. You're accepting that. And as a result, you are so valued by those around you, and you don't have to second guess and want that validation and gratification from others. You will get that yourself. The craziest card, though, is the second card I pulled, which is the boundaries card. Love and respect yourself by setting healthy boundaries. You have every right to use your time and energy how you wish. Again, if you go and read the full Moon Omens description, you will see how crazy it is that I pulled this card, because there are quite a lot of bits in there around setting boundaries and being really like strong and certain in your beliefs and what you want and what you don't want, what you will and won't accept. And it kind of links in too with the other card about family and friends. So setting those boundaries and becoming that devoted, disciplined, and committed version of yourself unapologetically. So value and boundaries, really, really important to keep in mind as you move into 2024. Such a specific one for Leos. I'm excited about it. It's, yeah. And for us, for the Leos in my life, it like could not have been more on point. So yeah, really cool. Okay, Virgo. This one took me ages to write for some reason, but I feel really good about it now that I have done it and tweaked it. So your affirmation for 2024 Virgos is, my body, mind, and soul are beginning to understand exactly what has been missing. As I move into this next chapter, I feel supported. I am seeing through clarity and revealing a lot about myself. Expansion and freedom awaits me. Ooh, I like this one, and my mum's a Virgo, so I was able to kind of read this to her and see if it resonated, and she was like, wow, yes, it does. And I read Moon Omen's full prediction to her, and it was pretty crazy, like just, yeah, so crazy. What is also crazy is that 2 cards came out for Virgo as well, and they are so in alignment. So I'll read the 2 cards and then we'll do a bit of an overview. So the first card is gratitude. Showing gratitude will make room for what you want to effortlessly materialize in your life. The second card, and then I'll go through them all, is new beginnings. An exciting shift is on its way. A new job, project, promotion, or home is in the works. So why I think these 2 cards, oh my gosh, just work so well with this affirmation for Virgo is because it seems as though in 2023, or even like before 2023, the last few years even, that something was blocked, something was missing, something wasn't quite feeling right, but you didn't know exactly how to identify it, how to fix it, how to move through it. But in 2024, it seems that answers and clarity is coming to you, which I think is one of the most exciting and relieving things to hear, especially when you have been feeling stuck and confused and kind of stagnant. So the next chapter, the affirmation is saying that you will feel really supported and you will reveal a lot about yourself. Expansion and freedom awaits you. Expansion meaning, of course, new beginnings. So there's new and exciting things coming, and I think this is really going to help you look back and see what was missing all of this time. Like 2024, I think, is going to bring a lot of answers for you, and everything's going to kind of finally line up and make sense for you. And it's not just in your mind, it's also in your body and your soul. I think everything's becoming a little more in alignment for you, and especially with the word freedom coming in, it's all about moving into the you that you were always meant to be, I think. And yeah, like seeing through clarity, how exciting is that? And then I just want to quickly say before I move on, the seeing through clarity brings so much good, because when you are seeing clearly, that is when everything flows and everything comes so effortlessly and so easily. It's really, really exciting when you can see through clarity. I don't think we realize just how much is blocked when we are seeing through a clouded mindset, and that clouded mindset can come from limiting beliefs or self-doubt or anxiety, and we start to think it's just a part of us and that's just who we are. But you can see clearly, and when you can see clearly, you are connected with yourself, with your heart, with what you want, with what you need. And that's when you speak, and your actions also reflect this. So it's a really, really exciting word, and it's very exciting for you Virgos. And then what I was going to say is the gratitude card, because the feeling that I'm getting is that 2023 and before, there was kind of an energy of like a needy energy where you so badly wanted to know what was next or what was right, but it never quite made sense for you, and you didn't know what to do. You didn't know which way was best. You didn't know how to best fulfill yourself and get the answers for yourself. Gratitude will also help to bring this, because you have to be grateful for where you are now and what you have now to actually unlock the door and bring in more good. So moving into 2024, really focusing on the gratitude to allow this expansion and freedom through new beginnings to come. Very exciting. Okay, so Libra is next up. Here is your affirmation for 2024. I embrace a year of personal transformation. I vow to be honest with myself and others. I trust that this will bring me a clear vision of what I want and need. I am deserving of living a life in flow, and as a result of my personal growth, my dreams are becoming my reality. This is a really exciting one, and almost similar to Virgo, the previous star sign. I feel like there is a lot of answers and validation that 2024 will bring for you. However, there's always kind of like a catch to get there, and your catch is to be honest with yourself and with others. When you are honest with yourself and with others, that's when you are honoring who you are and what you want. This year for you is a year of personal transformation. You have to embrace it. You probably are going to be met with, walls of like wanting to put your walls of resistance up, wanting to set boundaries. And while healthy boundaries are great, this for you, I think, is about like letting your guard down, letting the walls down and seeing what is meant for you, opening your eyes and allowing it to come, and for the universe to kind of co-create with you and speak to you like you don't necessarily know the best way. And if you want answers from the universe or whoever you believe in, you need to embrace this year of transformation. So when changes are coming, instead of resisting them and getting scared and leaning into fear, it's embracing it instead. And I think great rewards will come from this. As it mentioned at the end of the affirmation, as a result of your personal growth, your dreams are becoming your reality now. So your dreams are no longer just up in the sky, up in the universe. They're becoming your reality, which is so exciting. And this is because of the personal growth that you have been doing, and the personal growth that I really want to encourage you to continue to do, especially in the first couple of months of 2024. I think this is going to be really transformative for you. And what is exciting is your affirmation is telling you that a clear vision is coming. So you are going to be able to see very clearly where you need to go, what you want, and what you need for your happiness, trusting that it is going to come. It is going to become very clear to you. The 2 cards that I pulled for you, yes, I pulled another 2 cards. They just fell out, so I couldn't not, tell you them both. The first one is self-reflection, and this just goes so perfectly with me just saying now that you really need to continue this personal growth, the spiritual self-development journey that you are on. So the card says, are you living in alignment with your values and beliefs? It is important to self-reflect right now. Be honest with yourself. And it's crazy that it's just so crazy. These cards, I swear, I know I always say this, but I swear there's magic inside of them. Like even the fact that the word honest is in there. And for Libra, your affirmation is all about being honest with yourself and others. And that honesty is what is going to create that flow-on effect for everything to kind of become clear to you. Oh, it's just so great. So really reflecting on where you're at, where you're wanting to go, and is it in alignment with your values and beliefs? Be honest with yourself. The next card is really exciting. It's the companion card. Make room for a new relationship, friendship, or work partnership. So I believe that this is linked to the last line in the affirmation, where your dreams are becoming your reality. So this person that is going to make you feel a certain way, or take you to a certain place, or provide you with that love that you want, or that companionship in work that you want, is coming, which is exciting. It's so exciting. Make sure you make note of this. So coming into 2025, you can look back and see what happened, but you've got to be honest with yourself. Okay, moving on, we have Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Who else is a Scorpio? I used to be really, I don't know, not ashamed, but I just didn't think I was a Scorpio. I didn't know too much about horoscopes. And when I would say I was a Scorpio, everyone would just say, oh, you're really nippy and fiery. And I would get a bit defensive and be like, I don't think I am. Well, I am maybe to my brother when I was younger, but that's about it. Anyway, so Scorpios, there's so much more to Scorpios now, and now I'm totally embracing my Scorpio energy, and I bloody love being a Scorpio. Anyway, so Scorpio's affirmation is, I feel empowered as I take full control of who I am. I know exactly what I want and need to be happy, and unapologetically, I attract that to myself. My past efforts in healing are now bringing great blessings. Every day, I feel more whole. When I read Moon Omen's description for Scorpio, my jaw was on the floor personally for me, and I have a lot of friends that are Scorpio, and it aligned so well with what they're going through as well. And I want to go straight onto the card. So I just pulled one card for Scorpio, and it's the family card, which is really interesting. So the little description for the card says, spending time with my family is fun and effortless. I am present when I am with them, and it is easy to give and receive love. Now, I know that this is a really specific card, and depending on where you are at in your life right now, Scorpios, you might be thinking, oh my God, this could not resonate anymore. This is wow. But you might be I don't understand how this specific card really links to what I want or what I need in 2024. But please just trust the process. Write this down. This card will come into play somehow. I just know it. I deeply know it. So Scorpio's energy moving into 2024 based around this affirmation, I really feel is becoming so empowered in who you are and what you want and what you need, knowing exactly what it is that is going to make you happy, and unapologetically getting that for yourself, letting go of people-pleasing behaviors, putting those boundaries up if you need to, and attracting that all to yourself. I know I'm using this word again, but unapologetically, not apologizing for your success, not apologizing for the love that you receive, not apologizing for the good things that are happening to you. Your past efforts in healing are now bringing all of this good stuff to you. So I feel like 2024 is a little bit of a culmination and a result of your past efforts in healing, and you are becoming more whole now than ever. And what a beautiful thing to feel whole. And what reminds me personally of the word whole is family, and that is the card that we pulled. Now, you might not be close to your family. You might be incredibly close with your family. You might have a complicated relationship with your family, but you can become whole in a way that is right for you. And just keeping in mind that I do believe that there is a link somehow to family, and some people can have family that are friends. Some people can go on to create their own family that makes them feel whole. And of course, you can feel whole without the family, and that is the aim. Of course, we want to feel whole without anyone else, but this family element does really bring an element. I just said element twice, now 3 times, but it brings an element of togetherness, of connection, and of community. And I think that it is okay to accept help. And this is another lesson in Scorpio, to accept that help in helping you feel so holy and empowered in being you. And when you are so empowered in being you and feeling whole, that is when so effortlessly you are attracting everything that you want and need to be happy toward you. So that is Scorpio. Moving on to Sagittarius. While my future is being taken care of, I am able to relax and experience pleasure and joy in more ways than ever. As I embrace this playful energy, my creative power is reignited, sparking positive momentum. I deserve the healing and calming year that is upon me. I feel centered in who I am. Sagittarius was another one that I took quite a while to write just because it was very involved, but it is very exciting. So the card that I pulled, which of course just goes so well with the affirmation, is have unwavering faith. It is comforting to know we can lean on a power higher than us. Have complete faith that your desires and needs are being taken care of. So let's chat about Sagittarius. So there are some really nice words in here: pleasure and joy, creative power, reignited, positive momentum. So there is lots of good things coming to you, but in quite specific ways. I feel like 2024 for you is bringing that wonder and imagination back that you had as a child. And not only will this create a fun, nice and relaxing energy for yourself and those around you, I think it's going to benefit your manifestations incredibly, because you will be vibrating higher, because you're doing more things that you enjoy and allowing yourself to do more things that you enjoy just because you can. So really leaning into that playful energy and allowing that for yourself. Your creative power is definitely going to be reignited, I feel, in 2024. This was very, this was said a lot by Moon Omens. And creative energy and creative power can be ignited and displayed in so many different ways, whether it's through work or family or coloring in or gardening or speaking. Like, there's so many ways that your creative energy can be reignited, and there's so much good that it can bring. The last words that I want to talk about in your affirmation is healing and calming. So there was a lot on the next year, and that the words healing and calming also kind of play into this energy of relaxation and pleasure and joy that you will be experiencing. So there are not too many serious lessons, I don't feel, for Sagittariuses this year, which I hope is kind of a little bit relieving, but also just relaxing to hear. I don't think that you have too much to do. I think that you need to just literally relax and start enjoying yourself again. And that is going to bring so much more than you ever thought it would. And you might think that you are doing less so you won't attract more, but we know that when we do less, we attract more. So really leaning into that energy of I am supported without necessarily hustling. And this is when your card, have unwavering faith. It is comforting to know that we can lean on a power higher than us. My needs and desires are being taken care of, comes in so well, because it's this trust that your angels or whoever you believe in, the universe, is taking care of all the serious stuff for you. You just get to relax and enjoy this life right now. And everything is going to flow. You are surrendering. I really love how those two go together, and I'm really excited for you, but I guess I'm saying like, oh, this is going to be easy. You have a really easy and clear kind of job and thing to do in 2024, but relaxing into a playful energy is probably going to be very hard for a lot of you, because we do get sucked into this idea that we have to be constantly moving forward and hustling and working hard. But I think 2024 is the opposite for you, which is really exciting to see what that brings. And the last sentence in your affirmation is, I feel centered in who I am. Similar to feeling in alignment, when you feel centered in who you are, you'll probably bring greater blessings and more goals toward you than ever before, but you'll be hopefully doing less and enjoying yourself more. Okay, Capricorn, your affirmation for 2024 is, as I leave blocks and feelings of unworthiness behind, I am supported by a year of regeneration. This powerful energy is reminding me of my own capacities and abilities. My inner work is paying off, and this is guiding me toward the life I am meant for. Oh, I am so excited about this one. I think it holds an energy that has been long awaited for. I get the feeling that, I don't want to sound too heavy, because I don't think you've necessarily had like a bad year, but I do think that a lot brought you down. And I think that you were very strong in, standing up for yourself, doing the inner work and moving forward positively. But every now and then you are reminded of the blocks or things that you would see as fails that had kind of come up in the last year or two that are making you feel unworthy. But this is exciting because it's kind of affirming that you are leaving blocks and feelings of unworthiness behind. A year of regeneration is upon you, and I want you to feel really supported by this energy. Regeneration, I think, is such an exciting and refreshing word, and it is a powerful energy. And as I said in the affirmation, you are reminded of your own capacities and abilities. So I feel like this feeling of unworthiness that you have felt in the last year or two has really brought you down. And even if you are on your spiritual self-development journey and, you're doing your meditations, you're journaling, you're saying your positive mantras, it's not going to do much until you truly do believe that you are worthy. But I think that this is coming in this year for you. And it really is time to embrace your own capacities and abilities. Like, you can do things yourself. You are smart enough. You are good enough. You are capable enough. You are incredible. And the last little bit in the affirmation is all about your inner work paying off. And as I mentioned before, I feel like you've been doing the inner work and it's absolutely got you through some hard times, but it always felt like an uphill battle. But now I think it's actually paying off and it's guiding you toward what you are actually meant for. So it could be that you were striving for something that wasn't actually meant for you, that maybe you were striving for something for the wrong reasons, or maybe you were striving for something and just some little things were off along the way. So I think this year of regeneration is going to bring answers and bring a lot of support. And the card that I pulled, oh my God. Okay, so the card is, I love me. I am so grateful to be me. I embrace who I am. I am unique, radiant, and powerful. And then in the mirror, it says, you are enough. Like, I don't think I even need to go into that. It's just very clear that it's time for you to feel worthy. It's time for you to trust in your ability to do incredible things on your own. It is time to trust that the universe has your back and that you and your inner work previously, it's paying off now. Things are getting lighter. Things are getting easier. I'm excited for you. Okay, Aquarius, your affirmation for 2024 is, I trust that I am supported as I let go of resistance, allowing a deep, exciting, and life-changing transformation to flow my way. In this next phase, I am a stronger version of myself and everything is falling into place. And I picked 2 cards for you. Again, they fell out. And I'm going to go straight into the cards this time, and then we'll go over everything. So the first card is you are deserving. Accept the good, you deserve it. Reject the bad, you deserve more. And the next card is count your rainbows, not your thunderstorms. This card urges you to focus on the positive. What you think about, you bring about. Aquarians, what is coming? Something exciting and life-changing by the sounds of it. So, first of all, I think one of the most important messages in the affirmation is to really lean into the trust that you are supported as you let go. I think I get the kind of impression that for, last year or, even before last year that, walls of resistance have been up as a protective mechanism, but now your life is changing and it's time to accept that these changes are, number 1, deserving, that you are deserving of them, but number 2, that they are meant to be and that you are moving into the next phase of your life. Not only are you just moving into this next phase, you are stronger, you are ready. Everything is starting to make sense and fall into place for you now. So I see it as like, enjoy the process, enjoy what is happening. The cards that I pulled, I think, are really, really complimentary of this affirmation, but I think they come in as a form of like a lesson, if that makes sense. So the you are deserving, accept the good, you deserve it, reject the bad, you deserve more. I feel like this is linked to that past self, that past version of you who maybe does feel a little bit unworthy at times, who maybe is a little bit unsure of which direction, who is maybe unsure of that like faith and trust that you actually are supported and protected. But you have been shown the way now. You have been shown blessings, and this change and transition is flowing to you now, where you are literally being shown that you are supported and that good things are coming to you and that you do deserve the good things. So I think this card is a reminder to not slip into old habits where you do not feel deserving of what is coming for you. Remind yourself of your inner strength. You are a stronger version of yourself now because what you have gone through in the past, because of your previous work. And the next card, count your rainbows, not your thunderstorms, I think is almost the same message in a really cool way. So it's urging you to focus on the positive. What you think about, you bring about. I think this is linked to your past self as well, as a reminder not to sink back into old patterns. Don't expect the worst, expect the best. Don't look at what you don't have, look at what you do have, not the lack of, the abundance of instead. And this next phase reminds you too that you are not connected to the old belief patterns that you had. So I think it's refreshing. There's obviously something exciting coming. Maybe that exciting thing has already started to unfold for you, but don't sink back into old patterns. Know that you are ready and deserving of this next phase, and that you can embrace this next phase and enjoy the process, because you have changed. You're a different version of you. You are not attached to the old version of you. And this new version of you, it's transformative. It's exciting. So it's time to let go. It's time to trust that you're supported and just enjoy every minute. So next up, last up is Pisces. So Pisces, your affirmation for 2024 is, I honor myself and what I deserve as I leave unhealthy thoughts and habits behind. I am learning to surrender, and as a result of this, I gratefully accept the rewards which are beginning to flow toward me. Spiritually, I am learning and growing. I am connected and aligned. So I think, to me, 2024, and from the Moon Omens description of this as well, it feels like 2024 is a year of growth for you, and you will learn a lot and you will become connected and aligned. You will understand more about yourself, about where you want to go, about where you should be going, about where you need to be going, and you are learning to surrender. And a result of surrendering and letting go is the rewards which you have been seeking coming to you. It's really about honoring yourself and what you deserve, as well as you leave what you don't want in 2023 behind. So I really want you to focus on what did feel yucky in 2023 for you. What held you back? What made you feel clouded? What made you feel angry and frustrated, guilty and unworthy? It's time to let go of all of that and surrender to the fact that you deserve the rewards that are on the way to you. And I think there is like a very kind of spiritual element to your year coming in, where you really do want to kind of accept that, you know, there is more growth for you, and it's exciting because growth brings so much. Really leaning into books that you want to read, to podcasts that make you feel inspired. Maybe you want to meditate more, journal more, learn more about yourself so that you can reap the rewards that are actually meant for you. Good things will come to you, but are they the things that are actually here to transform your life and to lead you closer to your life purpose and who you are meant to be, to that genuine happiness? I really love the last line. I am learning and growing. I am connected and aligned. Like, what beautiful, relaxing words, but also very like doable, and it gives you kind of direction and inspired action to take. Like, be open to learning and growing. I know some of like the best phases in my life that I have gone through are those where I am just so eager to soak up information, whether it's from books or people or videos or podcasts. And that's when change happens, when you're like in that open flow of like, give it to me because I am receiving, and all of this beautiful information and what I want is soaking into me and my being. I feel that for you, Pisces. And I think that's really exciting because you don't know what you learn in this next year, like what that will bring. And I think that is where the rewards lie. And then your card that I pulled, of course, goes so well again. It's a very spiritual card, and it's the balance card. Take a closer look at where your energy is going. Prioritize and balance what is important to you. And I think what is important to you in 2024 is becoming connected and aligned. And to do that, you will be learning, you will be growing, you will be reaping the rewards that were meant for you. You will be leaving those unhealthy thoughts and habits behind, surrendering to the greater good, surrendering to what is meant for you. It's exciting, but I like it because you have like a clear kind of idea of what you need to do to kind of get to where you want to go, or to get to how you want to feel, I should say, the connected and aligned state. And what I think will happen is, please screenshot this and remember it, learn it off by heart, all of that, because then when you are presented opportunities to learn and to grow, so they might be opportunities within your career, or you might be learning more about your ancestors, or whatever it is, it's going to be different for everyone, but it will be clear to you that that learning and growth opportunity is going to lead to more. Whether it is a lesson within yourself that you are going to keep for the rest of your life and is going to change your life and attract incredible things, or whether it is going to lead to the answer that you have been looking for, or whether it is that reward that is coming. So yeah, very exciting. Oh my gosh, that is it. They are our 2024 affirmations and the cards that I pulled. Now, if you were interested in those cards, I pulled them from a mix of my own decks, the Pass Around the Smile decks, the Positive Guidance cards, Guided Affirmation cards, and Positive Guidance Oracle cards. I just felt which ones needed to be pulled and went with it. I will also be putting all of these affirmations up on my Instagram, so you can actually save the affirmation. You can save it as your background. You can send it to your friends. Please share with your family and friends if you know their star signs, or if you think it resonates with them. Tag away. I love seeing it. It's a very exciting time of year for everyone to kind of get some guidance and hold each other accountable and talk about, you know, what you're letting go and what you're bringing in. And if you haven't already, my latest episode is on the New Year card pull, which I am just so excited about and my community's so excited about. I also have the Manifest Magic course coming up, so I'll pop that link in the show notes as well. 5-day course, as I mentioned, all about manifestation, self and spiritual development, but really doable in 5 days. I did have actually a really good question. Someone asked how much time per day she would need. It really depends as to how deep you want to get into the course. I would say anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour a day is what you will want to kind of put aside, depending again on how deep you want to go into the course. But I want to thank you guys so much again for the most incredible year. I have the most beautiful, supportive community. I am so grateful for you. I'm going to take a couple of weeks off, as I mentioned. Oh my gosh. Wow. Merry Christmas. Have an incredible time. Feel into that festive, fun energy. I hope that you feel supported this Christmas and that you feel excited for the new year coming in. And if you don't, if you are in a negative rut, if you have yucky things happening around you, I am sending you love and strength. And of course, depending on what you are going through, a lot of our thoughts and self-doubts and limiting beliefs, they are temporary. They are not attached to us, and we can move forward, and we'll do it together. 2024, here we come. How exciting. Yay. Bye, guys.